People are complaining about me getting the Game Pass, but in my defense, I feel like the main reason why because there was a lot of bugs in first mod. Like there are a lot of locations that I went to, but it didn't check. So I just decided to bite the bullet to get the Game Pass. Also, I really want to support Minitune. And I only need crystals because most of the crystals are just practically just not for me. So I feel like it's why I spend my Robux on this. I'm not gonna do this all the time, so do note that I'm trying to do this all the time. But I will say the Dragon was in season one is like not full on playing out, and they're the reason for it. The main reason why is because we don't want to risk like really. Okay, so we could go inside the East checkpoint tunnel. That's kind of stupid. But I feel like the main reason why is because we don't want to risk just doing an indie show, right? Like we do the indie show, but then we overplan it, and then most of the stuff don't end up coming. And I think someone put it best: that ideas work when you put it into fruition. Like I can say something about Veda. Like I can tell the audience, okay, Veda is a guy, right? He struggles, right, with his parents, right? But when I point out the full story, I might not like where the story is going. I might not like the arc we're doing because it goes to dialogue too. Like, yes, the parents are dead, but his dialogue can be very cringe if we're not setting the stones correctly. Oh, I need bread. I need bread. And I definitely do want to say that is kind of one of the main things that I feel like a lot of people are not only talking about. No, most of the ideas. Okay, so we did get a little teaser of what Alex is working on, but I do want to say this. Like, I do want to address this. The first thing I want to say, this is for a lot of people, right? Is I personally feel like, and like the bottom of my heart, is the fact that when we watch or do an indie show, we want the story to be good. We want it to be good. And I remember I told like Alice this, so like, okay, I don't think we should play out the full story. And people were like, what? Why? Because most of the ideas cannot work unless it goes into fruition. Like that's the main thing. Like, yes, Vernus is cool. Yes, he's a cool villain. Yes, he does this. Yes, he does that. But it can't work unless it goes into fruition. Like unless we get to see Vernus. Because for example, one of the main changes with Vernus is that he's not just his relatability. He's not just the underdog anymore. I mean he's not the person that was falsely in prison. Like we're not doing that arc anymore, which in my opinion really sucks. Instead we're doing this arc now where he is a person that is tired of being like pretty much a slave to the gods and wanting to rebel, which is cool. I like that idea, but one of the things where like I want to see that play out. Like I want to see like is it going to be better for having the relatability of the audience? Like do people if people don't like him, they're tired of being a slave and wanting to start a war versus him being falsely imprisoned for being too advanced. I mean, both of them are equally an allegory for racism. Like I feel like both of them are an allegory for racism. Either that you right? A black person. By the way, I am black, so like this is the algorithm for racism. Is that either you, a black person, are falsely in prison because they're afraid of you. Like that's the take that a lot of people have, or either that you are leading a war because you're tired of being a slave, which was like the civil rights movement in itself. So I definitely feel like both ways could work. But it's one of those things where it needs to go into fruition. Like we need to see what makes sense for the story. Because again, I'm not gonna try to say my story is the greatest take. I'm gonna try to say like Verdis is like the greatest well-written character. I feel like at the end of the day, both stories are getting an allegory for racism. That's like the whole entire point. It is an allegory for racism. And I mean, like, but I feel like it's just how we go about it. We're either he is this advanced dragon. He is this person that is openly trying to just live his life, and then his parents died for being too advanced. And it does answer a question that a lot of people did have was why did Verdes only walk on two legs? But then Alice came over. By the way, again, no hate to Alice. Like I want to say that. And like, by the way, I'm only telling you guys this because they're not really set in stone, and I feel like this is saying that I'm not gonna explain like the ending of the story. It's probably gonna be like one of the things. But then Ali came over. Ali was like, okay, that's cool, but like, what if he's tired of being a slave and we have this whole hierarchy of dragons? And honestly, I do like that idea. I feel like having more of this world building is good. But the main thing is, would it matter though? Because yes, it could be a hierarchy of dragons, but are we going to really show all those dragons? Because I will say, like, the Dragon Realm is a B plot of season one, but season two, it will be like the full on plot. Like, you don't get to see the Dragon Realm full on until season two. And like I don't like so I feel like we should make this hierarchy like okay, but are we really going to be able to show that? You know what I mean? Like including too, we want the show to be at least 30 minutes. It might even be 1 hour long if we're really going to do A and B plot like that. Because I feel like we can't have our cake and eat it too. Like we can't show like the Dragon Realm good enough in season one to warrant a hierarchy. I mean, yes, they're the king and stuff like that, but I feel like the hierarchy, like I'm not gonna reveal the hierarchy, but it's like very complex. Like there's so many pieces of dragon. Like he got a lot of dragons from mythology. Like he got kobolds from Dungeons and Dragons. Like he has a lot of mythology, which is cool. But in one of the things where I'm looking at Alice, I'm like, okay, cool, but like how are they going to fruition? Like, are we going to show it? Like, even stuff like the D-Day Dragon is like one of those characters where like okay, like personally I would want to spend on the world, but like one of the things I don't want to do is have the dragon to be medieval. I feel like we see so many medieval dragons that it gets so boring after a while. It just like I feel like I want more of a different world. You know what I mean? Another thing. So I definitely want to say that is that that's why we're not playing out season one all the way because I feel like one of the things that we don't know is going to be good until we actually like see it play out. Like if, like for example, even stuff like Veda, Paris dying, right? We need to see him play out because it could have come off of just like him being forgetting. Like I feel like another issue with Piggy's storyline is Willow out of the nutshell. Willow is a character and I love Willow as a character, but the main issue is that Willow kind of forgets about William and takes the backseat. Like it kind of like the whole entire point of why Willow did the thing that she did was because of William, and then once he realized, okay, Zizzy has sisters, which was Z and Zizzy, Willow just kind of takes his backseat and was just kind of like, okay, I want to help you guys out now. And I remember I'm just like, what? Like we don't get the character development that we need, and I feel like it's one of those things where like the storyline it didn't pay into fruition. I feel like I still believe that book I don't say book three would have saved Piggy. I wouldn't say that at all. But I said we do believe that Piggy does have storyline issues, including Tia. I feel like Intercity, maybe making the choice to have Intercity just be like for any player, like anyone can enjoy this story and stuff is not only a good idea, especially for the hidden ending. Because the hidden ending was a completely set of Intercity, I believe. Like I don't want to sound rude or anything, but I believe some most of the hype was the fact that we're gonna finally get the continuation to TL. And then we got like even the last year like summon the beacon, and then you couldn't even do that in Intercity. Like, there's no way to summon TL. You just get like a little cult swine, and that's it. Now we are going to be able to meet the liberals, which is cool. Like it's a good way to start off the pilot. But even then, like, what is the plan here? What is the plan that we're trying to do? That's in my opinion about Piggy. Piggy Intercity is not a flawed game at all, but it's definitely one of those games where people really need to take into fruition that the storyline just is not there yet. I feel like it still feel like the storyline feel like a demo. Like it feel like Intercity demo but with more stuff inside the game. It doesn't feel like a full game, and I feel like maybe say that we're going to wait a little bit longer to see more of the story it doesn't really work in a sort of sense because that's just more like it just feel like I know they made you like okay yeah because the next part gonna be super duper bigger or stuff like that. I get that 100%, but I also feel like too that like if that was the case, why like advertise this as being the full thing? No, one of the things that people don't talk about is this scrapped because originally what was going to happen was Air was going to launch right? And they're going to be region 1, 2, and 3. And then they end up scrapping the idea of region 1, 2, and 3, and they pretty much just said, forget it. And then, oh, dude, it took me this long to notice where it was, but they scrapped the idea of region 1, 2, and 3. The reason why they decided to get rid of region 1, 2 is, no, I mean, they didn't get rid of, what am I saying? They didn't scrap the idea, but they choose to have this thing where they did, like, Yapaku just said, okay, I like the idea, but it's not gonna be this like region 1, 2, or 3. It'll just be updates spread it out, which is pretty cool. You know, I feel like we're getting updates every week. It just reminds me of how Piggy was, where like every week we got a new chapter, but we're not progressing at all. Like the new updates are more like quality of life, small updates. Like for example, this update we got this cool thing here, which I've always speculated you for doing that. Now there's actually more way to know your progress in the game, but the log one doesn't really help you. They also did it where your reputation will also increases the price of stuff, which is cool. But you only like if you go up there right now, you only get like two. Like you can only it only goes up by two by the 2 coins, which I feel like for most of the stuff you do, there should be a way to make it go up to at least like 10 coins. So it actually sounds like a real deal. Another issue too, I want to talk about intercity in the quest system. You can fill a quest. And the crazy part is too, there's no way to tell Willie if you're doing the right or wrong thing. I feel like the whole entire point of choices in Intercity is cool. Like all the choices are final. But when it comes to doing quests to progress the game and you just completely feel the quest is stupid. In my opinion, I would have a couple ideas. The first one is to pay Crystal to redo the quest or a trust system. I believe you get the same reward. But I feel like it'll be a lot more hard. It will be a harder quest in return. Like you can get the same reward and you can progress the quest, but because you choose the wrong option, it's a lot more harder. Like for example, if they ask for something else, and then that's kind of like what you have to do. Like a good example of this, and the more notorious one is glue, because originally one of the characters well, like, okay, give me Pete, okay, but don't tell my sister. But like, obviously, I feel like the morally right thing to do is to tell her sister that her brother is eating Pate, and then you're just like, bruh, how dare you tell my sister that I eat Pate and that was it, and you're not able to talk to them again, which in my opinion kind of really, curly fire joy, kind of really ruined in my opinion the experience of Piggy Inner City, where like, but your choices. Like again, your choices matter, but I feel like compared to Undertale or other games, most of your choices that you make doesn't really negatively affect you in the long run. Like, yes, you can be a bad person, you can't reverse that change, but you can still progress through the story. Like Toby Fog doesn't feel like that you have to pick the right option or you have to do the good path. Like you can do any path you want. You can choose to kill people or not. And that's what it makes sense for. But I feel like how these side quests be specifically dependent on okay. I feel like the main story, okay, sure. The main story, yeah, sure. Your choices can't be changed. But I feel like what you say to people, like for example, a good idea of this, and I talked about the liberals, right? I said I didn't want to join the liberals because like again I really thought that I would be forced to join the liberals. But it turned out I wasn't forced to join the liberals at all. However, the issue was that because I wasn't like, forced to join the liberals, this and that, it didn't matter. Like if I said no, I didn't want to join. The gays were forcing me to at least check it out. Because AT did say in the Q&A that he wants people to at least check out the system that they're building. And honestly, I respect that. I respect that from AT that he wants us to at least check out the system that they're building, so you can at least get a good idea of what liberal you want to join to. So not just specifically a biased opinion, so you can actually really consider it. So you get to visit all the liberals. But I do feel like no matter what I picked, I feel like no matter what I picked in inner city, you have to join. Like you have to at least meet the liberal, which is perfectly okay. And I feel like you're gonna be kidding. I feel like the liberal is gonna be kidding. It's like it's pretty. It's like there's no harm about it. It's gonna be pretty easy to see. Another issue I have with Piggy Inner City is the connection to Piggy. I feel like this is an issue with a lot of spin games, including Army Battles, where I even tell them like a lot of time when I play Claw Machine similar, like there's no connection to Army Battle to the character. They're like, yeah, that's kind of like the point. I think that's fair, but like don't forget, like you need to honor the fan that still stick with you. For example, the Dragon was saying, when I make my show and I go and make spin-off shows, right? I'm still gonna honor the characters. I'm not gonna do like I'm not gonna do fan service where like I give them like Vandal all the time, but I'll still show like, okay, if you watch the Dragon with Sid, you understand. But I feel like when you like you can't really have everything you eat it to. You can't really say, okay, I want my show or I want my story to be for people that never really played Piggy before. But then you can also really show a lot of stuff. And one of those things, like, you have to look very closely, and you're like, okay, that makes sense for the story. That makes sense. That doesn't make sense. It is a lot of intercity is practically just going around asking NPC, and if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. But there are not that many characters that you can like know. I feel like it's pretty weird to look at a character and like, okay, this is the person. This is the person. That character. Another issue I figure out how with Tio is how are they going to bring Tio back inherently? I feel like Tio, like Inner City's art style is cool, but I feel like Tio wouldn't fit the art style of Piggy. Like I'm sorry, Piggy Inner City that is. Because Tio specifically is very unique. That I feel like if you really bring him into Inner City, he's not going to look the way he is going to look. I feel like I definitely feel like he could come back in a different form. You know, a lot of people say that like a lot of people say like Tio could do different forms and stuff like that, which could make a lot of sense. And really hope they go with that route where like you're able to practically go to the different forms and stuff. Shadewood residents, okay. Another issue too is the Capitol. The Capitol was hyped up, like it was a big deal. This is the Capitol, and then that's even when you came to the Capitol. Like you play Inner City, you know when you get to see. Hi. I'll make sure it's up. You know when you get to see Sardi Morel? I feel like that is one of the issues that I have with Inner City. Is like there's so many places that are just gated off. Like it feels like it's like how I described Skin Game Season 2, right? Where Season 2 felt Tucker. Wait, Tucker. What's the matter? Oh my apologies, I did not see you there. I've considered issues on my head. You need my climate in here, so you require art story to fix your vision. Well, while I can certainly perform it, there are parts of the procedure that I would need to brush off, so to speak. I'll be actually laughing to get my hand on my open a textbook that would aid in my own story. Tell me, would you be willing to help me? Ralph, you got or something? Reward for you? Sure, I can find the textbook. What kind of rewards? I got a better thing to do. Sure, I can find the textbook. Oh, actually, I must appreciate you willing to assist me in Madeline. Fortunately, I do not have any textbooks on my open. I'm not gonna pronounce that. Oh, I have to experience from nearly a decade ago. Perhaps Tilly. Oh, Tilly has one in her shop. Why don't you take a look and see? Tilly, Tilly, Tilly. Sorry. Tilly is definitely one of my favorite characters. Also, she's also lesbian, so that's pretty nice. It's another. Dude, you know, one of the questions I've been wanting to ask Mantude is Bunny a Sheepy canon, dude. I really love Bunny a Sheepy. No about my wife. She had the best intentions for our boy, but she's a bit protective. Can I go out to the depths of your house here? Is that right here? Yeah, I can't talk to you, so like they didn't do. Yeah, but Dylan. Okay, I was saying, okay, innocent way to distract me from like criticizing them. All like the game would just like, okay, we need to give Hollow Break and we need to not criticize this. So let me to quickly sidetrack to what it was to not criticize. But anyway, I definitely do feel like that we definitely need to see a lot more of Inner City to really get it. Inner City is a good game. I will say that. But and for the 5 years of waiting, I feel like we kind of feel like I don't know. I don't want to say we feel entitled to know more, but I feel like for 5 years of waiting, you have to figure out less about Tio than we already do. Is that like he's there? Like Tio, so the overarching right in the story. He's not really dead. He can come back any time. But we're gonna have to wait and wait. Like I feel like Tio should have been here. And I feel like it's a main issue why people hate book two, but do not like the story of book two. We're halfway there. They introduce Tio, this overarching thread, and in the hidden ending, you don't get time to really understand Tio. And then out of nowhere, they come back in the hidden ending. Like for example, like Temple, he's like, "What's up?" And in chapter 11, you don't get to see Tio at all. Chapter 12, you don't want to get to see Tio all unless you do the hidden ending. After you get to see him at one of the endings, but like you don't want to get to see. But there's no build up for it. Like when the player walks up to Tio and it cuts a block, there's nothing. There's no build up. Like it doesn't feel rewarding or anything because we don't know that much about Tio. Tio, like I feel like Tio was there to hype up Inner City. Where like, okay, there's going to be a war, And is there a war? I mean, I guess we could say they're the war, right? Because we got the military, we got the liberals, we got different factions that we could join. So we could say they're at war with each other. They're going to be a war, and that is kind of happening in intercity. Like, but I feel like if Teal was specifically there to say they're going to be a war, then I feel like it just isn't rewarding. Like, we do get to see Teal talk to Dizzy, which I do like. I do like Teal to conversate with Dizzy. You get a lot more about him and how he made a friend from beyond. But I feel like even then it hypes up a plot point that we still didn't get to see about Zuzi. We don't really get to know more about Zuzi. I think it was Z or Zuzi. Just one of them cannot speak. I think it was Z cannot speak or Zuzi. But we get like hyped up, right? Like this is like hyped up. Like this is like the big bad. Like this is gonna be like people really think, and I think that looking back when I played Distraction Map, by the way, one of my favorite book two maps, by the way. Um, they hype up. I really, they will. Teal really does hype this up and really said this as if like this was going to happen. But unfortunately, we don't see it. I do believe. I do have a theory which could make a lot of sense. Is that Z? By the way, I don't know. I forget which one that I can't talk. But Z is the lost away for looking for Zizzy. When Zizzy went missing and converted to the Insolents to find Zizzy. And then Zizzy, I believe, is probably with Mr. Stitchy or someone else that got pulled out, and they may have to find him. No, also there is another theory that's pretty dark. Is that in the comics that we can see is that they're trapped in a military base. It's called Aftermath. And people believe that the player, like after the hidden ending, right? Teal like leaves, but don't even know they end up coming back because Teal creates a false reality. Like the player is coping that the fact that they're in prison or that the player is dead and that's just their heaven. Like you only see Z as but like that wouldn't really make any sense though because I feel like we could see like Disney be mentioned, so I don't know. I feel like we're gonna see them again, but there is a theory that that they all died and at the ending would just in heaven. Like it did take place in heaven. I definitely feel like it's an interesting theory because we don't really get to see any like the Lost Away for in Intercity anymore. Like it was in the demo, but not in the official game. I might actually make that a theory is that the player died and the whole entire like ending was just in their head as they died. It could make a lot of sense because I feel like if they know the cure and they know too much, they would want to prevent him from telling it. That's why they locked him up. So I believe they died or they got brutally tortured, and as a way to cope with the fact they made up like a false reality where they found Dizzy. Dude, that would be such a dark theory, but that might actually work because we don't get to see the player or Dizzy. Yeah, I'm gonna make that a theory. Is that all your head there are dead. And the proof of this is that they're in the angel of devil skin, which is referring to Christianity. And I feel like Christianity does have a heaven and hell. So it would make a lot of sense that he is practically in heaven and you could see your loved ones again. Because they're not turning affection. We know that. And I feel like they can affection, we know that in decay, like you just hallucinate. Like your body still lives on, you're still on this earth. Meanwhile, unfortunately for them, they need to die traditionally, which means that this all take place in heaven. You're dead. That's and then Tio watching them with Tio watching the player up in heaven believing that he not is right anymore. Showing that at the end of the day they're so stuck inside their own mind. It would make sense because which way while we suddenly found inner city, it was when we suddenly found Zilly just out of complete nowhere. It would explain all the time where Tio was hyping up this war, but we don't get to see the player at all in inner city. Now, I mentioned Macy to go debunk the theory, but it would be kind of cool if the whole entire plot tree that didn't end up dying. Like the military had to kill everyone, and they're just all in the heaven together. Now, the reason why the theory doesn't work is because of one factor, and that is Mansion Chapter. Now, you may be wondering what debunks it is actually Duokara. Now, you're wondering how is Duokara the one that debunk this theory? Super related because Duokara doesn't actually kill Z and Zuzi. The Yumechu did confirm that he wouldn't want any harm for the kids, and because Z and Zuzi at the very end, I wouldn't imagine made to be this dark enough to actually make it that they're dead. Like, they're not going to kill off the kid. Like, the kid practically have plot armor, and even Meitu is aware of it. That's why Duokara doesn't inherently kill D and Zuzi to scare them. And then we can just safely assume that the heart attack would killed D and Zuzi. Oh, dude, I'm freaking stuck, dude. See, the invisible wall is kind of annoying. Okay. Yo, you can do anything to me. I got a golf club. You don't. I got a golf club. Yeah, yeah. You don't mess with me. You don't mess with me. I got a golf club and you don't. Remember that. I got a golf club and you don't. And soon I'll be able to become a god. So we're going to get in the coins first. Let me see how many coins I have. So I have 100. I have 174. Okay, so this is good. We got for the capital. We definitely. I definitely need it. Like I definitely feel like for some of the quests, I definitely need fast travel. I know, like I do hope that throughout the time, throughout these small updates, you can start opening up more locations like Mansion. It really does suck that you can't see Mansion in Piggy Intercity. Like, it really does suck, honestly. No longer was I. Every day's a new surprise. So when did I grow up? When did childhood end? Every day. Ooh, 158 subs. Oh yeah, this is. It's really growing. Oh, in a long time. Dude, my watchers have been saying the same for God knows how long now. Every day tomorrow.
Hello break.
Hi. Okay, so I have a total
I
of
just got my hair done.
nice. I have a total of 350 subs. So yeah, I'm currently trying to also play Inner City with me, so he's actually helping me with my XP right now because I'm trying to level up to level 50, bro. Dude, back up, dude. Give me that. Give me that. Yep, kill. Bro, dude. Okay, okay, they're actually pissing me off right now. Okay, bam, 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 bam. There we go. I got 5. Yeah, so I just want to get the collector thing so you can get a lot more XP and stuff. I am close. I'm trying to get to level. I'm trying to get to max level before like the major update comes into Piggy. That's my goal.
Bro, someone sent Creek a donation called Creek likes hard anal sex
Oh my god,
LLLLLLL like that's so fucking weird.
it is.
People can be weird these days.
They really can. My name boggles. How am I able to see what that looks like? Dude, I'm trying to tell him that his life is easy, dude. Okay, good. So we're actually inside the capital. Ooh, this is a school.
Also, Hollow Break, can you make me a mod since nobody is here besides us, RN?
I would do it. I'm a little busy right now with this. I am trying to level up. Okay, so there's a lot of factors. Ooh, oh yikes, oh yikes, oh yikes. Okay, yeah, I got the golf club. It's the most overpowered weapon in the game so far. I need to get a grip strap because if I get like a little strap, that's gonna make my life so much more easier. But like, yeah, actually, I see it makes the swing speed a little bit more faster. Yeah, I can actually a single thing. There need to be a flashlight. There should be a flashlight in every city. I mean, some of these places are so freaking dark.
Also, are you still mad about yesterday?
Yeah, I'm so pissed about it, honestly. Okay, yeah, so I definitely feel like that this school definitely gonna be unfinished, so we might see in the future. The graphics are pretty cool though. You are
Hi Hollow, this is Minute Earth God Sister.
Nice.
Are you really an odd Piggy player?
Yes.
In Piggy.
Hold on real quick. Bam. Piggy, the first game I ever played, by the way, on this account.
Bro, why does sex even exist?
Can we not?
It's so nasty.
Mm.
Do you know what a Nazi is?
Yeah, can we not say this? So this must be the library.
I'm gonna hand the phone back to Josu, but one last thing.
Why? I think it'll be saying inappropriate. Hopefully it's not.
I got 2 questions.
What are they? It's a bottle, man.
Why you so sensitive sometimes?
Dude, it's not. It's what you say. They kind of messed up. Okay, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I think I invented the circle around method though. I think I'm the first one to ever invent that. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna also lower my hunger and food drain.
And 2, I know you like hard anal sex.
Oh my god.
Anyways, bye.
Yeah, I'm tired of this. I don't care, dude. I'm going to time you out for 24 hours, and like, if the person complain, I'm just gonna say, the person complain, at that point, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Nope. I said I trust you way too many times. I need a freaking break. I don't want to freaking do with all this. I don't get paid at all for this. Like, I literally do not get paid a single dime. I have to deal with this all day. So. What the heck?
I can donate money to you.
Okay, how much are you trying to donate?
You gotta show me where the button it is
What?
asterisk.
Where the what is?
I don't see it.
See what? Um, I don't have it yet because I'm not monetized. I have to be monetized to be able to have the donate button.
The
Um,
YouTube donation button.
yeah, I have to be monetized. I have to get 500 subscribers and I have to have enough watch hours to get the donation button. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so hopefully the May 2 Q&A, if people, the
Can
YouTuber
you
that
get monetized?
I cannot. I need 500 subscribers and I need about 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. I don't, sorry, not 5,000. I need 500 subs to at least be able to do the thank you and the membership thing. But to get like to have ads on my videos, I need 1,000 subs. That's my goal, to have 1,000 subs at the end of the summertime. And I hope that YouTube like allows me to do that. Including, and hopefully too, if I have enough influence, I'll try to get my other channel monetized too, which is the Crypt Dragon Studios. So if you guys want to see like early access sneak peeks and teasers, I might just do a Patreon though. Like a Patreon, it doesn't really matter. So for the Dragon Ball Stand will be Patreon
Also,
and
if you owned YouTube, would you ban all the Raider alt accounts and
yes,
contact the police on the accounts?
yes I would. Honestly, I feel like there should be a messaging limit. I feel like if like you guys say something like that, there should be a messaging limit. Honestly, no, don't steal my kill. Please don't steal my kill. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't steal my kill. Okay, there you go. I was like, please don't steal my freaking kill, dude. That would have freaking sucked. Okay, I'm sorry. I got to steal kill, dude. I got to steal kill, dude. I need more than you guys. I need more than. Oh, man, dude, you should get.
81 Harvard Road, New Jersey.
Okay, what's that for? So no bread, dude. Stop trying to move. We're out of, we can't be tamed. We're trying to. Okay, I'm about to get one shot. I'm gonna die. Oh no 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 no! I cannot die. I
Hollow
cannot.
Break, do you have Cash App?
I have cash up. How much are you trying to donate? Yeah, I'm gonna die.
I don't know, I gotta see.
Okay. I'm trying to get this one thing with like a pretty expensive like a
If
diamond.
my mom would even let me.
No, I died. My water. My water. My water. Dude, I need to get back there and get my food. I actually need to get back there and get the food. I cannot afford to not have that. I just cannot afford to not have that because I need one of them for a quest. Come on, come on, come on, come on. My food. I need my food. I need the food. Okay. If I can recall. Okay, it's one of these two. Or one of those
These
two.
infected people can shut the fuck up and leave you alone.
I mean, that's kind of like the point of the game, though. Yeah, I'm gonna try to save it for this one thing, and it costs $9 though, so I don't think I'll be able to get it. If I get like, hopefully I'm gonna get a job soon, but like filling out a job application is super duper hard. So if I can recall, it was here. No, this wasn't here before, so that'll probably be the heck. There you go. I was saying that let me a
And the
clip.
raiders, if y'all are watching this, you stupid motherfuckers, go get a life and stop raiding Hollow Break before I report every single O.
Yeah, what he said. Do-do-do-do-do.
Because raiders, I will shove my foot up yo ass if y'all keep on playing.
Okay. Oh my god, dude. Where is the freaking bag?
Also, Hollow, how do you stream on PS5?
It's very complex. You have to connect your YouTube account, and then like you can kind of just stream like that from there. So, wait, I think I see my bag. No.
EWWW. W what the fuck? Hollow Break.
Yeah.
You won't believe what happened.
What happened?
Dude, this fucking sicko sent me animal porn.
He just blocked
Not
them.
even joking. What should I do?
Blocked him and
DM
reported.
does.
Blocked him and reported to the police.
Because you know animal porn is illegal, right?
It is 100%.
It's like CP but worse.
Yeah, it's illegal. It goes under animal cruelty. Where is my bag? Dude, I had all my good stuff in there. I didn't need one of them for a quest. Dude, it took away my whole entire thing. My whole entire thing. Dude, that's so. Dude, I feel like if food is needed for a quest, they should have taken a whole. Yeah, I feel like food is needed for an entire quest. It should not. I'm trying to retrace my stuff to figure out where it is. So I think it would be in like a coyote lion, right? I remember. Well, I was near there. I was near that area. He was like, actually, might. Actually, I think I could just rewind the stream. Yeah, I could just rewind the stream to see where I end up going, and then I could just figure out my back from there. And let me do that real quick. See, the getting him up in a streamer, that you can stream anything you technically want. Oh no, bro, they're chasing after me. Here, let me kill them real quick. But they're both elephants. I'm gonna go take the fall. There. Now let me go back. Now where did I die?
Hey Hollow Break, I wanted to tell you this.
Yeah.
Josu is trans.
Okay.
Not lying.
Okay, I figured out where I went. So I backed up into like a hill to like the hill landscape. So yeah, I was over here. Because I kept like in the clip. See, that's the power of being able to actually rewatch your stuff. So I was like getting chased and I was like backing up over here. Yep.
Hollow Break likes ice cream.
Yep, I like ice cream. Wait, don't tell me it despawns. Wait, I see it. Am I back? What?
Do you like steak?
Yeah, I like steak.
And rotisserie chicken?
Yeah. Did I beg you? Okay, dude, I see my item despawn, dude. That freaking sucks, dude. Like, there's no place I can be able to get the bread. Like, I was looking throughout every location.
Are you a big back?
No, I'm not.
Also Hollow Break, what grade are you in?
I'm gonna be in 11th grade. I heard junior the most hardest year of high school. I'm not ready for it, honestly. Yeah, so I guess I can't get my item back? That's so stupid, dude. Like, I died, and then now you're telling me the rules are... Let me see exactly where I died.
Damn, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, like, I had the bread I need there for a quest. Okay, I think I'm in the wrong area. I could be. Well, this is the only area. Dude, it was also nighttime, so it's even more hard to track. Okay, let me pay attention to the mini map. Okay, so... Oh, I see another trail. That might be another trail that could have taken me there. No. Am I getting shot? Oh. I have to take care of you. Okay, bam. Okay, maybe it was from here.
Not trying to be weird or funny, but Hyjul likes to steal our money just so the principal can use it for stupid shit.
Weird. Okay. Oh, that's what it looks like when you look at the map. There's nothing on the map. They're reading nothing. It would have been cool if they actually like decided to make it like a little miniature map so you can clearly tell. But it's fine. That's just a little nitpick. So like, but like it would be kind of cool. You can see like where they're looking at. Yeah, to me, it seems like they're looking at nothing, which is pretty awkward. Yeah, so it seems unfortunately that I'm not gonna be able to get my bag. I'm like, man, all my progress were that does kind of suck, man. Let me do this.
Because one time my gym teacher got caught gooning to the ladies doing gym class and he got fired and arrested and got sentenced to 5 years.
What the heck? Okay. Man, that sucks. Dude, I wish you can buy the bread. Like, you kind of see they can't even buy bread neither. Also, generally, what you pretty much have your own base, you don't even need to worry about food anymore. Like, food is completely meaningless. Because you can literally go up to your base and you get it for free. So, like Tilly over here, they're kind of meaningless. And then you can also make your own food.
Also, Hollow Break, when are you gonna play Piggy?
Later. I don't know, did the hospital don't money up north, or not money in there. Maybe at the up. Yeah, I like to video shops. Okay, so the only issue kind of dropped down by two. They're not really a huge difference. Like, not really worth anything. Also, I can't even find a heavy box. Thank you, Tilly. For what it worth, you're all pretty cool.
Buy medical stuff.
Yeah, I can't buy the medical stuff. I have to go somewhere else to get it. The good thing with fast travel, though, it'll be pretty easy to know where you're going. So, hospital time.
Also, Hollow Break,
Yeah.
I can tell her in Sacramento, California because her time is different.
Yeah. Okay. If I give you the book, please do not tell him that it's for me. He will refuse to accept if I do. Why not? My father did not trust the hospital one bit. He was furious with me when I told him I was inspired to work here. So the doctor of the brightest in the field is to also work beside him. And my father believes that health and drug secret course for should have issue. But his benefits are nothing but conspiracy nonsense. I miss I still wish to help him, so please do not tell him that the book is for me. Are there anything else you need while you're here? Oh, why don't you reconcile with your dad? You didn't know what. Believe me, I tried. He did not let me get anything worded. As I started working at the hospital, he shoved me out of like he believes I'm now some kind of monster. Perhaps someday it will come around, but today is certainly not today. Man, that sucks. His dad is a jerk. Dude, he probably would just said like, oh yeah, well like, I don't trust the medical field. I don't trust this place. So like, if the textbook is for my son, I'm disowning him. Okay, so I don't want to fail the quest because I'm not going to assume the worst. Because unfortunately, with these type of things, they encourage you to lie. I don't know. Maybe if yeah, should I tell the truth or should I like, I don't know. We'll see what the option is. Because it could be an option to lie. So I don't want to fail the quest. Okay, if something's wrong, I'm saying I'm not gonna fail the quest. You know, I can talk to him anywhere. Okay, here we go. I'll go back. My son? As my son is the blessed hospital, I do not believe I cannot trust singly to come at last, but even in my son. I will prefer the story either way else, it will far be better that way. Well, that's certainly. Wait, what? Wait, I didn't mean it to be like that. Dude, I'm stuck. I can't move. Dude, I can't move. Dude, it bugged out for me. It bugged, like, it didn't let me, like, actually be able to select something. Dude, I feel so bad, really, for them. Like, he got so irritated, but, like, honestly, the truth is that they should reconcile. Dude, I really hope, like, I feel like some of the stuff you should be able to do, like, be able to reconcile with your son and stuff. But, like, currently he's not able to do that. He, like, why did you reconcile with my son? He's like, I refuse to trust him. I don't trust their political ways. I don't trust the way. I don't like the way that they talk. I don't like the way. Because my way is the greatest way of all time. For I am Tucker. And he is my son, and I disown him. I go, baby, dude, there gotta be dude, I wish we could reconcile with him. There gotta be, I feel like stuff like that, like someone want,
Everybody hollow break is racist and he has a shrimp. He likes hard anal sex.
oh my god.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm only getting sick of you. That is freaking it. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice, but you want, I'm like a jerk. So no, you're getting time out again. You're getting time out again. You ain't no son of mine. Hmm. Hey, let me see what trying to fix Tucker. Wait, where is Tucker? Wait, Tucker. Do I need me to say that? Dude, I don't have time to answer the phone. Oh, I want to try something with you. Hold on one quick. I didn't mean to say the place over. I do feel like that if you do a quest, you can make up for it. Yeah, I do have to go soon, so I'll probably go be able to finish this. Where are you, Tilly? Okay, I'm gonna end the live stream right here. I need to go. So, talk to you later, guys. See ya.